What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. So today we're going to be talking about how there is an announcement for the TWT finals coming up here very soon on February 1st, 2026. So that's this coming Sunday. The announcement happens at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, going off of the account on Twitter for Tekken, it simply says that the Tekken World Tour 2025 Global Finals are happening February 1st. Before the top 8, there will be an announcement for the future of Tekken 8. Don't miss it. And then it got some emojis and the hashtags, right? So here's the thing, right? This is going to be, I don't want to say make or break. I think that's really too dramatic because no matter what happens, the reality is that Tekken 8 is going to keep going. Like, I would be amazed if this game folds in any capacity between now and whenever the heck they announce a future Tekken game. But here's the thing. Tekken 8 Season 3 is definitely coming out, right? And everybody's going to be looking to this announcement to hopefully see and maybe get an idea of what we can expect going forward because the Tekken team, they've been radio silent for months now. I don't even remember the last time we were given proper notifications or like anything of that nature, any proper notice or announcement on what the game is going to look like moving forward. Now, the first thing I got to think about that comes to my mind is the DLC, right? What characters are going to be making their debut or return in Tekken 8 Season 3 for the Battle Pass, right? The best way to go about this, you cannot have any more secrets. You got to be upfront, transparent about it. You know what I'm saying? The way Capcom does it with Street Fighter 6, that's the way to do it. That is the absolute best way to do it. You drop all the character announcement that same day. So what I hope happens with Tekken 8 in Season 3 is that on, this coming Sunday, they give us a trailer of every single character that's going to be coming. Prepare a nice video package. They've had enough time. They've had plenty of time to prepare a nice, cool looking video package that showcases every single character. That way we know from the beginning, straight up, this character is coming, that character is going to be making the return, whatever the heck. And it's just the best way to do it because the whole method of announcing one character and then not having any news for that character for the next 2 or 3 months, it's very stale. It's boring, it's frustrating. And then what happens is at the end of that, we get like a silhouette or like a brief teaser of the next character. And then it's just the same, rinse and repeat. You keep going over and over again with the same method. Honestly speaking, that's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it because the argument for it is that by announcing a character one by one, there's anticipation and people would want to tune in. But the reality is that people check out because you don't announce anything for months on end. And then when the announcement does happen and fans see that their favorite character or their preferred character isn't in the DLC, then there's just a bit of backlash going on. So the best way to do it is announce every single character at once in a cool video package. That way everybody knows exactly who's going to be making their appearance in Tekken 8 Season 3, and we just have it straight up front. And that doesn't kill the hype. It generates more hype, honestly. It really does. Street Fighter 6, Capcom, they do it very well. You just got to go ahead and copy that model, you know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to gameplay changes, I obviously don't expect them to show everything that they've been doing that they're going to change for Tekken 8 Season 3. But what we would appreciate is a basic outline. Like, tell us what you've been doing, summarize it in bullet points, and then maybe showcase a few slides or video previews to demonstrate those changes in action. Everybody's wanting a few more defensive options, removing a lot of the tracking and the moves for really every character. Seems like everything tracks in Tekken 8. Changes to the heat system, things of that nature. If they were to showcase any of that and demonstrate it a little bit, I think people would look at it and be like, all right, they had a year to take the feedback of Season 2 into account, and it seems like they're actually putting it to action. You know what I'm saying? So if they were to showcase even small changes like that and maybe explain it and show some visuals even for a couple seconds, I think that would definitely ease some of the tension there. One of the most important things I think they can announce is transparency on how frequent updates are going to be going live, and maybe even changing up their whole system, because at the moment what happens is that they release one big patch. Let's say that they release season 3 patch, right? And of course many things are probably going to be glitchy, broken, bugs, whatever the heck. Unless it's something catastrophic, they will not update it until months down the line, and their excuse, their reasoning for that is, well, we just released this big patch, a tournament is coming up, I don't know, like Evo Japan, it would be counterproductive to release a new patch because then it would throw everybody's game off, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that reasoning to me is it's not good enough. I think it's a cop-out, because if anybody's competing in this game, they want the game to be as balanced as possible, as healthy as possible. And if you're competing, really the name of the game is to adapt. There's no reason why updates should be months apart, especially if something is not working the way it's intended to. Release the patch, man. Like, release any fixes. Don't worry about any upcoming tournaments. It's really a cop-out, because let's say they release season 3 in March 1st, hypothetically, right? March 1st, season 3 comes out. Evo Japan is not until like May or something like that. And between those 2 months, they're not going to release anything. Like, I'm repeating myself, but it's just backwards. I don't get it. They really got to update the game more frequently. And hopefully that starts in season 3. On top of that, when it comes to the Tekken talks, you know how they do Tekken talk lives, or they used to? It seems like for Armor King and Miatis, they didn't do it. They just released videos. I'm pretty sure that's what they did. I think that's the best way to go. Honestly speaking, when they've done live streams for Tekken talks, those things are, I gotta be honest, personally, I find them boring, dude. Because it takes so long to make a point. They go live, and then they freaking ramble and talk about basic things, and we don't get to the bulk of the content, the main purpose of the stream, until about half an hour, 40 minutes down the line. And then when you do get into the content, when they actually start talking about, let's say, the new DLC, for example, they're all over the place. There's no structure. So what I'm trying to say here is that if they're going to continue doing Tekken talks, make them in video format. That way they have the luxury of recording it and then making edits, cutting it down to something that's more consumable, short term, and having basic structure. You know what I'm saying? And if it's long, if it's too long for one video, separate it. Upload a video every week, maybe every day leading up to the release of season 3, something like that. You know what I'm saying? They got to get it together. Anyway, that's going to do it for right now. I think I pretty much talked about everything that came to my mind as I was speaking, of course. The only thing I want to say is that with Harada stepping down, he is labeled as a guest for the announcement. So it's likely that they're going to tell us, all right, who's going to take his place and whatnot. But anyway, that's we'll figure it out when it happens. But yeah, all we can do now is wait, hope for the best, fingers crossed, all that good stuff. But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys hoping for season 3? What would you like to see? All that good stuff. Other than that, hope everybody here has a good day, good night, wherever you are. Stay safe out there, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.